What would you say if I told you millionaires are conceived in a bear market and born during the bulls?
I'm listening.
With the way the markets have been trending, most wouldn't believe me. But many who have been around since 2017 or even before know that this is the case. Bear markets provide opportunities you would only dream of when the markets go parabolic and the bull is fully on. So are you ready for some really nice dreams like Cheech and Chong? Well, get ready to snooze because it's time for Chico Crypto.
Save the whales!
No one knows where the Bitcoin bottom is going to be, but you gotta know we are getting close. Bitcoin has been hanging around 30K for nearly a month now, dipping below, pumping above, dipping below, and jumping back above. This is the most stable Bitcoin has been since 2020 when we hung around 10K for months. Stability and a good batch of it usually means we are either ready to hit our bottom with a capitulation dump or the opposite, right before a big run up. But no matter what the case is, capitulation dump or big run up, right now there are opportunities across the board in the crypto space. And that is what we are going to be covering today. Some of the biggest altcoin opportunities I see as of right now. So to begin, I always like to see what people are buying, especially those who have influence in the markets and know much more about them than myself. So, Arthur Hayes, he is the former founder of BitMEX, which began its operations in 2014 and ran the crypto markets all the way up until 2018. It's the place where all the volume was, as it was the first exchange to provide leverage to those hungry, bigger gain traders. Today, Arthur is just a writer and trader himself. He talks about the crypto markets with his very popular Medium blog. And whenever he puts out a new piece, the markets go wild. People across the board tweet about it, retweet, and praise his crypto thinkings. Arthur understands crypto, he understands margin trading, he understands leverage, and he understands perpetuals. He is the one who created the first exchange that could do all of this. So what if Arthur traded and invested into a decentralized version of his creation? Wouldn't it be interesting that the founder of what was once the biggest centralized exchange would put a cool 1.5 million into a DEX in these market conditions? Well, that looks to be the case. Checking out DBank, a wallet tracker across chains, we can see the wallet ending in 7587 holds nearly $1.5 million on Arbitrum. Scrolling down, we can see this is GMX, specifically staked GMX, over 69,000 of them. And this wallet also has over 1,300 escrowed GMX. Now, before we get into confirming this is Arthur's wallet, what is GMX? Well, from their website, it's a decentralized perpetual exchange on multiple L2s, where you can trade Bitcoin, ETH, AVAX, and other top cryptocurrencies with up to 30x leverage directly from your wallet. No centralized intermediaries, and since it's all on chain, no funky business. And checking out the stats of GMX, the usage of the platform is exploding in both unique users and new users, which, as we can see scrolling up to the top, means more volume and more fees collected. Going back to their website, we can see the token ecosystem of GMX allows 100% of the fees earned by the exchange to go to the token holders. GMX holders get 30% of the fees, and GLP, their liquidity pool token, get 70% of the fees. No wonder Arthur is buying. Now let's confirm that this is his address. If you go to Twitter and search by Arthur Hayes GMX, you will find multiple posts screaming and shouting that yes, Arthur has bought GMX. But scrolling down further, we can find where someone posts his address, specifically the same DBank wallet profile we pulled up earlier. But can we confirm this even further? Well, we can copy his full address from DBank and then put it into OpenSea to see what NFTs this wallet contains. As we can see, Arthur is the owner of a rare Pepe, card 1 of 300, the Nakamoto card, the rarest of rare Pepes. And guess who has tweeted this card? Of course, Arthur Hayes has, back in October of last year after writing a blog featuring the card as well. This was 8 months ago. Checking the transaction list for this specific card, it was purchased 8 months ago. So yeah, I can come to an educated conclusion that this is very likely Hayes' wallet. And that makes me oh so bullish on GMX. Even though your boy Chico spotted it way before Hayes, even before he bought his rare Pepe, September of last year. Now I got a couple more coins that I see as big opportunities in this bottom of the bear market. But before we get into those, it's time for a sponsored segment of this video, brought to you by the Ethereans community for the EthereansOS protocol. And like always, the full details of our arrangement can be found in the description. The Ethereum network and its virtual machine are the cornerstone for a fully decentralized, secure, and sovereign world. The EthereansOS protocol, or EthOS, is an Ethereum operating system built fully on-chain and is the first of its kind. EthOS allows builders to create and do anything on Ethereum, providing the tools and money Legos any dev project or team requires to securely execute their DApp. Ethereum Labs, the team behind EthOS, spent the last 3 years working tirelessly on this platform. No marketing, no self-promotion, just pure execution. But the time has come for them to expose themselves to the world and begin helping projects execute their own visions. EthOS features 4 protocols: factories, items, guilds, and covenants. All on-chain, all decentralized, all customizable, and interwoven. So let's break these down and share why this project is so important to the Ethereum and the greater blockchain ecosystem. Factories are revolutionary for Ethereum smart contracts. We've heard of forking a contract, which can be riddled with vulnerabilities. Factories are an upgrade to forks and is akin to cloning a contract, making the development of applications much faster and safer because the contracts they clone are untamperable, fully developed, tested, and audited. So this is a modular plug-and-play system with no coding required, allowing teams to focus on the core elements of their application without sacrificing security. Items are Ethereum superpower tokens because they function as both ERC20 tokens and ERC1155. This new super standard introduces a new paradigm for Ethereum use cases, merging the DeFi and NFT worlds into one. Users can wrap NFTs, ERC20 tokens, and ETH into items, or even batch NFTs from various collections into one item to process in a single transaction. And most excitingly, items allow for NFTs to be wrapped into a deck, turning collections of NFTs into a fungible supply of items, allowing NFT communities to access the DeFi and governance worlds for the very first time. Guilds are everything DAOs promise to be, but so much more by bringing governance 100% on-chain, automated by proposals and code, and are truly decentralized without compromise. Members of a DAO today are simply members. Guilds fulfill the promise of a DAO and empower their members by putting them in control of the organization they are a part of, where their vote truly matters and has influence. And then covenants are the DeFi logos of EthOS, helping projects build the financial aspect of their communities without development risk by providing plug-and-play systems to multiple AMMs, no solidity skills required. Teams can build out DeFi components and yield farmings with confidence because the contracts are cloned by the EthereansOS factory. The EthereansOS simplifies building on top of Ethereum without sacrificing security and allows for a modular, fully on-chain money Lego system for builders. The Ethereans Lab is also focused on the future and has the groundwork laid for launching EthOS onto Layer 2 optimism as well. This project may be a lot to grasp if you're simply a trader, but one thing to understand is EthOS is at the center of powerful innovations for Ethereum. They have an exciting roadmap and are proven executors, and they are perfectly positioned as a primary destination for Ethereum development for today and the future. They have a lot of room to grow and have a very, very bright future ahead, considering their OS token is a core part of their infrastructure. So don't miss your chance to follow along their journey of growth and get plugged in. Make sure to visit the EthereansOS website, Twitter, and Discord, but also make sure you join and follow the Ethereans community's channels on Twitter and YouTube, where they help simplify and educate the EthereansOS vision. Links to everything can be found in the description. Now let's get back to those coins I'm spotting as big opportunities in this bear market. 2 days ago, that Stanky Chainlankey released something they have never done before, a roadmap, specifically one for Chainlink staking. From the blog on it, we can see Chainlink says, the rollout of the staking mechanism will be similar to Chainlink price feeds, which went from a single ETHUSD price feed on Ethereum operated by 3 Oracle nodes to now supporting nearly 1,000 price feeds powered by 50+ leading node operators across 12 blockchains and layer 2 solutions. Following this approach, Chainlink staking will evolve across multiple versions, with the initial version 0.1 release projected for later this year. This first release focuses on introducing a reputation framework and staker alerting system. In V0.1, it's expected that native token emissions directed to stakers will target a base level of annualized staking rewards of up to 5%. After the release of V1, annualized rewards will vary based on user fees and the length of commitment period, with stakers choosing longer commitment periods having the opportunity to receive a greater share of the rewards. Furthermore, stakers in V0.1 will also be eligible to earn additional benefits from the Partner Growth Program, PGP. This program is an initiative planned to launch alongside Chainlink staking, where Chainlink projects provide various benefits to accelerate their growth and align their economic incentives with the Chainlink community. So, staking version 0.1 will be released later this year, initially a 5% APR, although with the Partner Growth Program, that could be increased. With staking version 1, this will definitely be increased heavily as user fees will be added into the rewards. So it looks like my meme Magick worked from just 2 weeks ago. I sang this in hopes of stopping the Chainlink bottom. Chainlink, please go to moon. Stop going down right now.
What would you define Chainlink as?
Mr. White say we going down all day, but Mr. Nazarov say the bottom is in. Bottom is in, Nazarov is bullish. Bottom is in, Big White is bearish. Nazarov is bullish. Let us go to moon. Looking at Chainlink's price, since that meme video, it's pamped from $6.31 to a peak of $8.80. Just a 40% increase. Methinks meme magic works. Although because Chainlink staking is coming, there is another coin I'm looking directly at. That is Linkpool LPL. And it looks like the meme Magick also worked for Linkpool, as I also featured it in that video. Since then, Linkpool is up from $3.09 to a peak of $4.63, just a 50% increase in 2 weeks, while the markets have been oh so chatty. So why Linkpool? Well, Linkpool is kind of like the GMX for oracles. It allots 100% of the fees from their nodes to the token holders, including the coming staking rewards. Checking out Chainlink Market, we can see Linkpool has over 25 nodes running, which is earning token holders over 1,500 Link per day. They are one of the top node service providers who has decentralized the economic rewards. If you didn't know, Chainlink Market.link is owned by Linkpool. They created it. This is the Chainlink standard for reporting in the network, which means all nodes pretty much have to register themselves and their metrics on there. All these fees, as it's a subscription service, also go to LPL stakers. But wait! There's more!
But wait! There's more!
Linkpool has nodes as a service, NAAS. And if you didn't know, spinning up a Chainlink node is freaking complex as can be. But NAAS takes the complexity out of it. From their website, deploy a Chainlink node with just a few clicks to rapidly integrate external data into your application. Yep, they're making it easy for those who want a node to spin one up. And going to their FAQ, we can see they say this about how they generate revenue. We run Chainlink nodes on all networks supported by the Chainlink protocol. Operate Market.link, and in the future we'll generate fees from our staking pools and other offerings like nodes as a service. All fees earned by our products and services are distributed through the owner's contract. I told ya, this one was a screamer. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.